still Isruch. Oh, since Chutzlas is still Isruch Chag, so I can still do something about Pesach.
Oh.
So I'd like to do two things. Number one has to do with the Arba Kosot. So actually, one of the children asked me this question. So we know the Arba questions, rather. So the first one is matzah, maror, but the other two are very peculiar. The child is asking, כל לילה אנחנו מטבילים פעם אחת, אפילו לא פעם אחת בלילה זה פעמיים. This didn't happen yet. Where did the child see that? The Tvila did not happen yet. The child standing in that chair and saying, right? So, אפילו פעם אחת, but the Tvila did not occur yet. Is that a good question?
Yeah.
Next question is, Kulana Mesubin, Kulana Lo Mesubin. I mean, what is that such a question that the child has to ask? Is there an additional message that's addressed not to the children, but to us as adults? So we're doing the thing about Mitzrayim, and we have to talk about Masot. For whatever reason, we were enslaved by these Egyptians. Maror, our lives were horrible. Is there a hint in Arba, what do you call it? Arba Kushiot, why you were in Mitzrayim to begin with? So what is the third question they ask? Anybody who wants to say it? שבכל הלילות.
אנו אוכלים בין יושבים.
אין אנו מטבילים.
אפילו פעם אחת.
Shani, you better stand on the chair.
Okay.
אין אנו מטבילים אפילו פעם אחת. Where is the place that we see matbilin for the first time in Chumash?
Like the guests of Abraham, maybe?
Very fascinating. This is an amazing thing, and I think it'll give you. So here comes Yosef to Dotan. ויהי כאשר בא יוסף אל אחיו, ויפשיטו את יוסף את כותנתו את הפסים, ויקחוהו, וישבו לאכול לחם, mind you. You got nothing to do with you take this kid and throw him into the boar and you eat. לקחו ונמכרנו, ויעלו את יוסף מן הבור, watch this, ויקחו את כתונת יוסף, וישחטו שעיר עזים, ויטבלו את הכותונת בדם. There's another message here. Of course, a child has whatever. No. Do you know why you're ending up in Mitzrayim? Because of ויטבלו את הכותונת בדם. ידוע תדע כי גר זרעך בארץ לא להם ועבדום ועינו אותם 400 שנה. The whole business, yes, I'm fully aware of that. But I want you to know that there's another reason. You wouldn't have had to go to Mitzrayim. Eretz lo lahem could have been, I don't know, Syria, someplace. That worst place in the world was where? In Mitzrayim. Do you know why? Afilu anu matbilin pam achat. Pamayim. You took ketonet pasim. Vayitbelu oto badam.
Sabo, I can't see you so well. Can you move the camera a little bit? That's better. Thank you.
So Daphne, you didn't hear me or didn't see me?
Didn't see.
I couldn't see you. I could hear you.
Okay, but the idea is an amazing idea. In the Arba Kushiot, there's another element here. An element that goes beyond. Oh, who is this? Is this Ovadia?
No,
That's Liel.
It's Liel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's right away. Okay. Now watch this. It's fascinating to see this. In the Arba Kushiot, there are hints to the adults, and that's what the story is. So now the first one, of course, is matzah, which is very, very, very clear. Maror, it's all part of the story. Tivila refers to something else. Afilu madbilim pam achat. What happens? It comes out to be something that you did and ended up with this terrible situation. Now watch, this is another beautiful thing. So what is the fourth one?
Oh, I took off in the club. Is that okay?
Wherever you took.
Okay, thank you.
Abby, here's your, Abby, you ready talking to your?
Yeah.
Take your medication before I go to sleep.
Hi, Bubby.
Hi. Lila Tova, I have to get to bed. Falling
Wow.
asleep.
Lila Tova.
Good night, Bubs.
Love
Bubby,
you
don't forget
guys. Be
Kira.
well. I counted. Thank you for reminding me.
What was yesterday?
Take care, you too,
Sorry
Abby.
for
Be well.
bugging
That's
you.
fine. Lila Tova.
Good night.
I want to show you something very, very interesting for the fourth question. So what was the fourth question?
שבכל הלילות אנו בין יושבים ובין cha cha cha.
Exactly. Exactly. Watch this. This is fascinating. Watch, just bear with me 1 minute.
Very nice, Maya. Very nice.
Thank you. It's my
Watch this
solo.
1 second. Watch this. It's fascinating. I want you to see Perek Yud Gimel and Shmot. Very beginning of the Parsha. Vahi b'shalach paro. Everybody has it?
Eric,
Oh yeah,
you'd
good. Pasuk Yud Zayin. Yud Gimel Yud Zayin. This is fascinating. Vahi b'shalach paro ta'am v'lo nacham Elohim derech el Plishtim ki karov hu. Also very difficult. What's ki karov hu? Anybody have an idea what karov means?
it's close.
It's close. So if it's close, go. I mean, it seems to me if it's close, why take you around all the way around? So it could be penirei milchama. They're not ready for war yet. But had there not been the meraglim, they would have fought 11 days later. I mean, what's the karovu? What's the big deal? Could there be another message here in karovu? Everything in here you will see is it has to do with Bereshit, Sefer Bereshit. Yadoa tidek ki ger zracha be'eretz le'avadum v'gam et hagoy dan anochi. Maybe the Plishtim were not ready to be destroyed. Ki karov hu. The Plishtim were too close in terms of their timing to be destroyed by the Jewish people. And that's why Hashem had to turn around, not to touch the Plishtim. It's not pshat, but it's beautiful to see. You see in the whole story, number one, litbol vayitbelu. You see the idea of karov, which with the Brit Ben Abtarim. Now, pasuk Yudchet. Go ahead.
ויסב אלוקים את העם דרך המדבר, ים סוף.
Whoa, what was God doing?
He's taking them around to the desert.
Nah, come on. Yoshvin, Mesubin. The word Vayasev. The word Vayasev is a message now that we go again. So this is beautiful. I want to show you beautiful about Balaturim. And he recognized this thing about Mesubin and Vayasev. Mesubin, of course, the Romans used to eat with certain ways. And for the child, he can ask questions. But deep down, there are more questions in the Abba Kushiyot. Numbers, I told you, Tovlin, because you ended up Mitzrayim for what you did, Litbola Takutonat Badam. But now, Vayasev Elohim, God Keviyochol is also Mesubin. How? Look at this Balaturim. This is beautiful. Balaturim, She'arach lahem shulchan ve'isiban. The Baruch Hu created for the Jewish people the essence of Mesubin. Vayasev Elohim. Vayasev Elohim. It's a whole new idea suddenly. Vayasev Elohim means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Mesubin. And now the child asks, why are we Mesubin? Avadim hayinu lefaro. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu vayasem made us able to go this time at night to be Mesubin. It's just amazing hints, and it's not finished yet. So if you don't mind, take a look at, it's beautiful, I think. Shmot Yudaled, Pasuk Kaf Aleph, please. Who wants to read?
I could read. Vayit Moshe et yato al hayam, vayolech Hashem et hayam beruach kadim aza kol halal vayasem et hayam lecharva vayibaku hamayim.
Vayibaku hamayim. Who would like to translate the word Vayibaku hamayim?
I don't know. Actually,
Bokeh means to split. God Kivyochel split. Do you know why he split? Where does the word bokeh come? Where does the word bokeh come in Chumash? Please go to Bereshit. Well, I'll tell you. Let's start Bereshit. Let's start Bereshit. Kaf Bet Amud Aleph.
Kaf Bet Pasuk Aleph?
Yes, but it'll go quickly through it because it gives you an insight into what's going on here.
ויהי אחר הדברים האלה, והאלוקים נישא את אברהם, ויאמר אליו אברהם, ויאמר הנני.
Keep going.
ויאמר קח נא את בנך את יחידך אשר אהבת את יצחק, ולך לך על ארץ המוריה, והעלהו שם לעולה, על אחת ההרים אשר אומר אליך.
Okay, everybody knows the story about the Akedah. Go ahead, watch this.
וישכם אברהם בבוקר, ויכבוש את חמורו. Sorry, just one second. Okay, hold on. ויקח את שני נעריו איתו, ואת יצחק בנו, ויבקע עצי,
Go ahead, ויבקע עצי עולה.
ויקום וילך אל המקום אשר אמר לו האלוקים.
What does ויבקע mean?
He split.
Split. Do you know why Kadosh Baruch Hu split the sea? Because of Abraham. This whole story of Mitzrayim starts out all the way back in the Sefer Bereshit. The whole idea of having had the Hayam Nivka Baka goes back to the time when Avraham Avinu lakach eitzim vayvaka otam. It's the most amazing thing to see this. You see the whole story of Mitzrayim occurring in Bereshit. And the reason that the terminology there is Vaybaku Hamayim is very clear. Because Vaybaku Hamayim, here, Vayavo Bnei Israel, Vaybaku Hamayim. Do you know why Vaybaku Hamayim? Vinesh Avraham Avinu bika atzei ola bizman ha'akedah. Everything that you take a look here, you will see over and over. You will see the story of Mitzrayim initially starting in Bereshit. And whatever you do eventually makes a difference. If you take Ketonet Pasim and dip it, you're going to go to Mitzrayim, and someday your children will ask you, why are we dipping twice? And if you do the right thing, we will be Mesubin, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu arach lahem shulchan Mesubin. And if you go up to the mountain and are willing to take Vaybaku Eitzim for your own son, someday the mind will be Bekim as well. So, and I said, I mean, it's a magnificent idea. You see the whole concept of whatever we do in this world eventually basically comes back to us. So even though the story of the Abba Shkushot is for a child, no problem with it. But if you really think about it, the questions don't make so much sense until you realize that those questions really are derived not for the children so much, which they say, but it's for us. You did X, you get Y. You did Z, you get A. You were Tovel Bakutonet, Anu Matbilim Pamaim. You did the right thing, Hashem Yasev, Arach Shalchan, and we are Mesubin tonight. You did Vaybaku Vayibaka Atzayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Vayibaka et Hayam. And I think I just like to do one other thing, which I think is very, very fascinating. And also Kekarovu. Kekarovu by Plishtim, they were not ready to be destroyed. Karovu, it's too, not that they're too close, because too close to go there. No, they were too close historically to be to be destroyed by the Jewish people. They were just not ready for it. And I just want to say one final thing. This is very fascinating. Go to Shmot Yudalet B'Shalach, Pasuk Yudalet, Pasuk Tet. Who wants to do that?
I'll read it. Hold on. Just need to make sure. פסוק ט' וירדפו מצרים אחריהם וישיגו אותם חונים על הים כל סוס רכב פרעה ופרשיו וחילו על פי החירות לפני בעל צפון.
That's also very interesting. Where are they? What's Baal Tzafon? What's Baal? Avodah Zarah. It's the most amazing thing. There's always Bechira Chofshit. Even you're not in the desert. If you cross the street, you can make a nice thing in the church of Baal Tzafon. So interesting to see this. Now watch this. ופרעה
הקריב ויישאו בני ישראל את עיניהם והנה מצרים נוסע אחריהם ויראו מאוד.
Okay, stop right here. Who wants to translate ופרעה הקריב?
And Paro sacrificed.
Well, I mean, does that make sense here?
Well,
It should be Pharaoh Karav.
Right.
Hitkarev. Who said sacrifice?
Shani.
This is what another message here. Do you think Paro was stupid? 10 makot. Everything is in here. He's going to go after the Jews. Somehow God will destroy him. He was so intent on his way of life, he was willing to commit suicide, so to speak. ופרעה הקריב את עצמו ללכת אחרי היהודים. And that is something that you see all through history. Hitler did the same thing. He lost the war because he went east to destroy the Jews of Poland and Russia. And you see it, unfortunately, all the time here in El Israel with suicide bombers. Paro hikriv et atzmo. And that's the enemy that we have to fight all the time. An enemy that's willing, so intent to destroy the Jewish concept, is willing to sacrifice himself. So now I'll end with this, but I see the very beginning of Pesach has messages upon messages upon messages. Anu matbilin pa'amayim, atem yodim ma shetem matbilim. Neshitbaltem pa'am kuton badam. אתם יושבים מסובים, אתה יודע למה? משהשם יסב אתכם. אז אתם עכשיו יושבים מסובים. הים נבקע, אתם יודעים למה שנבקע? Because ויבקע עצי עולה. זהו. Anybody want to add anything to this?
So I have a question. You were talking about the Plishtim. What does that mean they weren't ready to be destroyed? Like what?
Oh, very good. Okay. Did everybody hear Daphna's question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The pasuk, I didn't go into. It says the pasuk later on. It says in Bereshit, Kilo Shalem Avon HaEmori. You cannot take over their land. Kilo Shalem Avon HaEmori. The Amorites are not ready yet to be destroyed. Lo Shalem Avon HaEmori. In order for the Jews to be able to take over Eretz Yisrael, they have to be ready for it, deserving, but the other also has to be deserving not to have it. And if you remember may definitely you won't get it because it's in Chutzas, but our yesterday in Achrei Mot, Velo taki haaretz etchem. The land, if it gets abused, vomits you. Have to be at a certain level to be vomited, and to be at a certain level to take it over. Plishtim kikarovu. They were not bad enough at this moment for the land to vomit them out. Velo nacham elokim et el plishtim kikarovu. They're still too slow, too close time-wise to lose their land. Go around. Og Melech HaBashan, Sichon, they're all there. But Kilo Shalem Avona Emori means the person, the nation has to be so corrupt. Does that answer your question, Daphne?
Yeah, I like that
I
answer.
think so. We can't just take somebody else's land away unless they are so corrupt that they deserve it. And Alo Shalem Avona Emori, we karov by Plishtim. Okay.
Thank you, Saba.
Very
Thank you,
good. Baruch
Saba.
Hashem.
Thank
I
you
love
so
you all.
much.
Thank you for
Good night,
coming.
everybody.
Shalom
Bye.
Lechem.
Hey, Dee.
Oh, hi, Didi.
Love you, Sab.